Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the resources of the Europe continent. In Europe continent, the major resources which are found are iron resource. Iron is in abundance across this resource. In fact, iron and coal, high quality iron and high quality coal, both are in abundance over this continent. The reason why the industrial revolution started across European countries, one of the factor is the availability of these resources, especially iron and the coal. So iron is in abundance, then coal is again in abundance. Other than iron and coal, you have natural gas to be in abundance across this continent. The petroleum reserves are also found across the continent. However, the petroleum reserves are not as abundant as it is in North America and in the Middle East countries. But do we have the petroleum reserves across this continent? Yes, we do have the rich abundance of the petroleum reserves. Then another resource, important resource across this continent would be copper ore is found. Then this continent is making a lot of efforts for the development of non-renewable sources of energy because of the growing concerns for the ecological damage. The European countries are making significant attempts in order to adopt the green energies. So, for example, Netherlands has a floating solar facility. So, efforts have been made across this continent to adopt to the newer and the greener technologies. But before that, let's see the important resources which have been found across this continent. So let's start with the energy resource. Among the energy resource, we start with coal. So coal deposits. So we need to draw the map first. We have already drawn maps several times. This part is Italy, and over here you'll come across Greece, then Aegean Sea. This is Aegean Sea. Over here, this part is Sea of Marmara. This part is Sea of Marmara. This part is Turkey. And then moving further over here, Crimean Peninsula. Then this is Azov Sea. This is Black Sea. This part is Black Sea. Over here again, this is Turkey again, then this part is Israel and all. Obviously, this part is Mediterranean Sea. And over here we have seen Ural Mountains, and across this part we understood that Caspian Sea is there. Caspian Sea is there. So this is broadly the map of Europe. Let's see the important coal deposits first. So starting with the coal deposits, in the southern part of Ural Mountains, across this, we have coal deposits. So the reason over here you can say is the reason is Kuznesk. Kuznesk Basin is famous for coal deposits. Then, if you remember the World War time period, you'll realize that in Germany, you know, Germany is somewhat like this, and over here, across this part of Germany, we have rich deposits of coal called Ruhr region. So this Ruhr region has rich deposits of coal, and it is the very high quality coal. The quality of coal over here is of anthracite. That is the best quality coal. Anyway, so Ruhr region, and then if you realize over here we have, let me remove this Ruhr part. So over here we have England, Great Britain, and this part is Ireland. So over here is Yorkshire. This is Yorkshire. So Yorkshire, we have rich deposits of again coal, and then South Wales. This part is South Wales. So in the South Wales also, the deposits of coal, high quality coal is found. So this reason if I write over here, we had already written, but now Ruhr region of Germany, the coal deposits. Then moving further, come to this country Ukraine. If you look at this, this is Sea of Azov, this is Black Sea. These things already we have discussed. So over here, this country will start like this, and this country goes like this, and this is Ukraine, and in this eastern part of Ukraine over here, there is a basin called Donetsk Basin, and this Donetsk Basin is again rich in coal deposits. So this Donetsk Basin is at the border of Ukraine and Russia. So in the eastern side, इधर आपको Russia मिलेगा. So one of the reasons why this conflict is going on between Ukraine and Russia is the availability of mineral resources in Ukraine. So obviously, this Donetsk region, this Donetsk basin, is a disputed territory between Russia and Ukraine. Anyway, so these are the important areas where we have coal deposits. Coming to another type of energy minerals, let's talk about the minerals like petroleum. So petroleum oil. So oil reserves, if you look at, this part is rich in oil reserves. So this southwestern coast of Norway, this country is Norway. So this is rich in oil reserves. The southwestern part of the coast of Norway, or call it the part of North Sea. Yes, this entire is North Sea. So over here we have oil reserves. In fact, over here also we have significant oil reserves. Fortunately, wherever we have oil reserves in Europe, all those areas are co-terminus with the gas reserves also. So this area has gas as well as oil. So natural gas भी यहाँ मिलेगा as well as oil reserves भी मिलेंगे. So North Sea off the coast of England as well as off the southwest coast of Norway. This and this is rich in oil reserves. Then moving further, if you remember this part, Italy, Po Valley, along with Adriatic Sea, this entire region, so Po Valley plus Adriatic Sea is this part, the east to this Italy Peninsula. So Po River, if you remember, last video में हमने discuss किया था. So Po Valley and Adriatic Valley is rich in again oil plus natural gas. Po Valley. Then, if you remember, I told you that Caucasus Mountain moving this side. This was Georgia. Over here, a country is Azerbaijan. This Azerbaijan coast in Caspian Sea. This is Caspian Sea. In Caspian Sea is rich in oil and gas both. So, four areas I have talked about. One, this southwestern coast of Norway, this northeastern coast of England, then Po Valley in Italy, and then Azerbaijan. These are the areas where we have rich deposits of oil and gas in Europe. Okay. Now let's see the iron ores in Europe. Let me change the color if it is. Let me use this color. Let me know in the comment section also if the color is not visible properly. So I'll make use of some other color. I hope this works for you. So let's draw the map. This part is Italy, this is Israel and all. This is Black Sea. This is Sea of Azov. Over here we'll come across Caspian Sea. Obviously this is Mediterranean. We are figuring out the iron ore deposits in Europe. So the most important reason having iron ores is this Scandinavian peninsula. If you remember, this peninsula was Scandinavian peninsula. So Scandinavian peninsula is rich in iron, especially countries like Sweden. ये वाली country is Sweden. This country is Sweden and this country is Finland. So especially Sweden and Finland have significant deposits of best quality iron ore. Okay, so iron ore belonging to magnetite quality. hematite quality is found in Sweden and Finland. The reason is Scandinavian Shield or Scandinavian Peninsula region. Okay. Then, in fact, if you remember, I told you Ruhr region of Germany. So this Ruhr region as well as over here, you'll come across in France, Lorraine. So this Ruhr region in Germany, यहाँ पे coal भी मिला था best quality, as well as this Lorraine region in France. In France is again rich in best quality iron ore, especially the quality belonging to magnetite and hematite. One of the reasons why Germany is among the leading, manufacturer of the automobile automobiles is that it has availability of best quality iron as well as coal. Okay, then if you know this part of Ukraine, which is known as Kerch, if you remember Strait of Kerch, so this Kerch region in Ukraine, obviously very close to Crimea Peninsula. This one is Crimea Peninsula. So this part of Ukraine, which is known as Kerch region, is again rich in iron deposits, iron ores. Okay, if you remember this part, you know, this border between Spain and France was marked by Pyrenees Mountains. In fact, Pyrenees Mountains are also rich in iron ore. Okay, so the major reason is Scandinavian region, then Germany and France. In Germany, Ruhr region, France, Lorraine region, and then Kerch region in Ukraine. And then the last is Pyrenees between Spain and France. So this rich abundance of resources in Europe is responsible for the industrial revolution, the beginning of industrial revolution in Europe. In fact, if you look at the geography of Europe, the indented coastline resulted into development of the shipping industry across Europe. So iron and coal available है तो iron steel industry would be highly developed. Indented coastline is facilitating the development of ports and the harbors. तो shipping industry बहुत develop हो जाएगी. And once the shipping industry is developed, you have great control over the water transport. And you know that for bulky material, for the transport of bulky materials, it is the water transport which is the best transport. So among the several factors responsible for development of Europe, geography plays a significant role. Geography in terms of availability of resources, in terms of the physiographic features, the availability of soil which facilitates the cultivation of variety of crops, then the plains facilitating the growth of industries. All those things are responsible for the growth of any continent. Over here it is Europe. So this was about Europe. In the next video we'll start with the continent Asia is remaining. We'll start with Asia, and then I'll also talk about Australia and Antarctica continent. So these three continents are remaining. We'll discuss later on. In the next 5 or 8 videos, we'll complete all those three. If you have any doubt, anything you want to know, any topic you want me to take up, you can let me know in the comment section. We can take up those topics. Thank you so very much. Have a great day.